What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? So what we're gonna do this commercial by commercial, okay? So I'm recording on the commercial breaks. I'm trying to catch up. And the only reason why I'm doing this right now, I just came back from the movies. I'm tired and I don't want to miss anything. So therefore, that's just how we're gonna do this. So this is How to Get Away with Murder. Okay, this is season 5, episode 4. It's her kid. So this episode don't even start off with a flashback to the forward, going off of what's going on in the present or whatever. We don't get one of those. What we actually get is what happened in the past still. Last episode we remember when Tegan was like, girl, why don't you come down there with me to the salsa class or whatever? We finna go play salsa. We finna go dance our ass out. Do all that shit. And Annalise was like, nah, girl, bitch, you don't want to see me do that. Okay, now I'm going to let you have it. But Annalise just got this news from Nate, and they kept flash back and forward and backwards to what happened in that conversation. This is right after she got that information, or around the time she got that information about Barney's son, being alive, baby still being alive in his somebody came and took it, and basically Nate thinking that it was Bonnie, but really it was his sister. And he talking about, should we tell her? And Annalise is pissed off at the fact that Nate still got Denver's files and all this stuff, so she in her bag over this stuff. She was like, no, don't tell her ass yet, okay? And he was like, I'm a cop. I'm a detective. I'm doing my job. This is what I'm supposed to be doing, okay? You can't expect me not to look into stuff. She goes down there with the salsa. We see Tegan out there getting it in with her little dance instructor. She was like, girl, come on, let's dance. And Annalise was like, nah, girl, I mean, I'm here just stupid as hell, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm really not feeling it, but, I don't want to wreck your floor or whatever. And she was like, girl, come on, bring your ass. Okay, come on. Come on. And Elise was like, no, you go ahead and do it with your instructor. She was like, girl, get your ass on this floor. And Elise was like, okay, girl. Okay. She was like, that's right, you feeling it. I said, if y'all don't stop with this lesbianic shit, okay, bitch, stop throwing me vibes. Shonda, let them fuck or stop it, okay? Let them fuck or stop it. And Elise ain't had no sex in a minute, okay? Let them fuck or stop it, all right? Don't get my hopes up because I heart them together. Tegan and Annalise, TNA. Okay, tits and ass. No, let me stop. But anyway, we get to the kids' apartment or whatever, and we see Connor and Asher there. They complain about the wedding. Connor, or Oliver's as well. Um, Asher wants to have a +1, and Oliver said, "Bitch, you ain't finna have no +1. First of all, we can't afford a +1. Second of all, you don't have a +1. You keep on trying to make Michaela jealous. Mind you, Michaela in the bathroom, she hung the fuck over because of her night of drinking, and she gonna blame it on Tegan. And I said, bitch, no, don't blame that shit on Tegan. Blame that shit on you, being stalkerish, being pathetic as fuck, okay? You know, going through the motions and stuff like that. And they was in the bathroom. Ashley said, I get out, Stinky. I know you finna do number 2. She was like, no, I wasn't finna. I said, you know what? At this point in time, something in me really wants Michaela and Ashley just to go ahead and stop playing and get back together. Maybe that would mellow her ass out and give her something else to think about instead of trying to be a lackey to fucking Tegan. Meanwhile, Annalise and Nate, they not really clicking at this moment because Annalise is kind of still in her feelings about the fact that Nate had these papers still on them, and he drudged up this old information. And they're working on his father's case, okay? She started off her case that went to the Supreme Court, and he was the main one. And, she won that whole thing. Now the father gets a new trial. And now they're gonna try him in using the insanity defense, and they need to look up his, take a psychological test and all this stuff, and want him to remember what happened in the motion when he killed that guard. I think it was a guard, what or that prisoner, whoever he killed somebody in a jail. And at first he wasn't really here for it. And you can tell Daddy got a new lease on life, okay? He got hope, all right? That motherfucker came through. When we first saw his ass, he was raggedy as shit, ass bloodshot red as fuck. Okay, he was just cloudy. He just looked dusty. Now the bitch got a shaved head. He done kept up with the shaved head. Okay, he looked like he washed 3 times a day instead of the normal two. You know what I'm saying? Or the normal one that they probably allowed him up in jail. You know what I'm saying? He looked like he probably keep his nails clean too. Okay, he looked good. I said, all right. He thinking that he finna get out. He gonna be laying on Nate's couch and stuff like that. And Elise said, why the fuck he think this? You know, knowing damn well when he get out, he needs to go to a mental facility or whatever. And Nate is in his feelings and was like, how I'ma tell him? She was like, you need to go ahead and tell him. Well, you need to go ahead and tell Barney. Bitch, shut up, okay? Ain't nobody trying to drudge up nobody's tragedy and nobody's horror stories, okay? We don't want that. Now, let's get the hell up out of here. I said, oh, y'all going back and forth with this lover's core, too. So Miller gave Bonnie this whole thing because he got the permanent intern DEA, well DA position, and he get on his knees giving her this paperwork with the agreement. It's a literally a consensual relationship sex agreement that he gave her. I mean, in the day of Me Too, you know, you got to cover all your goddamn bases. So you know, Bonnie was sitting there looking. She get a phone call from Annalise telling her, you know, girl, I was just thinking about you. She was like, you want to do lunch? A client of mine just canceled, so you know you want to come through. And she was like, okay, cool. Because at this point, Annalise went down there to go see little baby Christopher, and she's been throughout this whole time trying to look at Bonnie's case at the papers and stuff that, you know, Nate had gave her. And you know, she's flashed back into the trial and how, you know, at first they were saying, did you have a hysterical pregnancy? You know, she never saw the baby and all this stuff. You got Nate and them looking at Julie Winterbottom, who looked like she done been through the rug and then some. Okay, you know, so I'm just curious how this gonna turn out. You know what I'm saying? Um, what else wound up happening? So, Frank was on the phone with whoever the one is. Who y'all think the one is? Okay, it can't be Annalise. I think it's somebody higher up than Annalise, because Annalise said don't do no background checks on anybody else. She's not here for that shit no more. She over it. You know, she just gonna play shit by ear. So who do y'all think is the one that Frank is talking to and got so much concern into who Gabriel Maddox is? Gabriel Maddox is. You know what I'm saying? Because at this point, Oliver comes over. He was like, bitch, so, you know, I found this phone hacking program that's good for flip phones. And I know that you're trying to hack Gabriel Maddox. So what you trying to get on that? She was like, what you talking about? Slow up. First of all, I done found somebody that was nerdier than you who can help me with this case. And how do you know that it's Gabriel? Why would it even be him? And it was like, because you know, he had a flip phone and Annalise stuff. What Annalise got you doing? Okay, so at this point, to cover his ass and not blow his cover because Oliver talks too damn much, Frank comes up with this dumb idea by telling them that, you know, Annalise goes and get information, do criminal background checks on everybody. And Gabriel was the first on top of his little files that he had to put a thumbprint down there to open up the box. Bitch, I gotta give me one of those. I gotta give you one of those. And he was like, do she do background checks on everybody? And it was like, yeah, bitch, including you. And I ain't never seen a porn library that extensive, Oliver. And he was like, calm the fuck down, okay? You don't know my life, all right? That's how Oliver was back like, bitch, you don't know my life, all right? And at this point, of course, Oliver can't keep his motherfucking mouth closed. He goes and tell Connor like, yeah, I'm pretty sure she do got background information on me because that's what we used to do, okay? And you know, at this point, the kids and everybody in the clients, they get at the clinic, I should say, they come to Kaplan and Gold, and it's a whole bunch of this big old spread of Ruthie burgers or whatever. First of all, the burgers look nasty as fuck. I don't eat burgers no more, okay? But when I did, I never understood the fascination of having burgers with the meat this damn thick. Okay, bitch, I don't like meat that damn thick no matter what type of meat it is, okay? Bitch, slice that shit up in half. That's 2 burgers right there. Bitch, you can possibly make that shit 3, okay? That's a lot of goddamn shit that's going in your body. You know, when a bitch start eating right and start getting their health, they try to tell everybody else what the fuck to do with their shit. Okay, that's me. But anyway, Michaela is all for it because she hungover. She need hangover food. The only person that's not eating it is Gabriel, because he like, how the fuck you still gonna eat this stuff? Because Ruthie Stevenson, the owner of the Roof Burgers, she's coming down. They trying to get her to be the client, and he was like, how y'all gonna eat this when they in the middle of a boycott? Basically, one of the managers in one of the stores or whatever, one of the fast food place, fired accused, I guess, a black employee of stealing, and then when they found out that he didn't do it or whatever, he wound up firing all the black employees and all that shit or whatever. It's some racist shit, And so Gabriel really wasn't talking about that. He really wasn't here for it. Tegan brings Annalise a burger. She said this shit tastes like ass, and at first they was trying to Michaela. Oh my God. Oh my God. I know who she is. Ruthie Stevenson. I worked at the Roof Burgers when I was kids. And I can be on the case if you want me to. No, we supposed to be here with the clinic. And then here go Emmett. Well, the clinic don't get no funding if we don't get no corporation stuff. So therefore, if you available, you can come on and be on the team. I said, Michaela, shut the fuck up. All right. So of course, this is what Annalise got to go through. He want Annalise to meet her. She like, bitch, just bring the bitch to my goddamn office because I work better on small cases. They trying to get the figure out some information about Nate's daddy case, Nate Senior, and find some places and some medical records and go through 30 years worth of material that was built up from his case and from his time being in jail to lead to him being criminally insane. And it's just a lot that's going on. I said, bitch, I'm just glad it ain't me. I have to give it to people who go to law school and medical school. Bitch, y'all got a lot of fucking determination that I don't have. Because, bitch, I don't have the patience. I really don't. And then I've seen a law book, okay? Because I went, DePaul, my school, DePaul Business and DePaul Law School, they damn near, we had the same classrooms and stuff. So we was in the buildings together. Baby, I go into the law library and the print is small. I call me stupid, okay? But bitch, I can only do but so small of a font and then have to read so many cases. You just don't understand. Part of being in law business school, you read cases as well as if you're a law student too. So you have many cases that tie into the business stuff, whatever. Baby, my head was just like wrecking ball, like goddamn bitch, I just couldn't do it. I couldn't be a lawyer. I couldn't do that shit. But more power to those who can. So Annalise go meet up with Barney. They have lunch or whatever, and Nate is in the car at Julie Winterbottom's house, and it's this boy in the car, and he's high as hell. Okay, and so she come out there hollering at him and all this stuff. He had called Nate at first. Nate had called Annalise at first, and Annalise was like, "What the fuck you doing?" He said you needed proof. Okay, you said you weren't gonna do nothing unless you needed some proof. I'm getting you proof. It's some boy out here. He could be the same age. It could be her son. We just don't know. She said, okay, leave that shit alone and just bring your ass back. Annalise making up lies about why she talking to what that girl name? Barney. And just making it seem as if she need the advanced copies of, the witnesses that's gonna be on Nate's daddy case because Nate is on leave, technically. And so you got Bonnie telling her about Miller, and Annalise said don't let him pressure you and all that stuff. Next thing you know, we get her coming back and Ruth Stevenson comes in. Okay. I'm so sorry because this was the funniest part ever, bitch. Listen. Ruth Stevenson come in. Emmett is showing everybody around, and she just so happened to know Michaela. Like, oh my God, it's so nice to see, one of our own come into, being brought up and go on and doing something successful and stuff like this. Of course, here go Michaela sucking up. Yes, it was my time at Ruthie Burgers that, brought me up to the leadership level that I am and got me into law school like I am since I was a manager and all blah, blah, blah. I'm sitting here like, girl, Tegan sitting there looking like, and then at this point, Annalise pops up, right? Annalise popped up and she was like, girl, this is the famous Annalise. Oh my God, you look even more beautiful in person. The last time I saw you, you had different hair though. Can I touch it? I said, bitch. Annalise had shook her hand at first. And when she said, can I touch it? When she was trying to go for that hair, Annalise said, whoa, bitch, what you doing? She better be glad that she ain't call her no bitch right in front of her face because that would have been my reaction. Whoa, the fuck? You better be glad you got that reaction, lady. Okay, Tegan was looking like, bitch. Everybody in the office was like, You don't touch a black. I hate that. Oh my God, I hate that. When I have my hair down, when I have my hair pent up, white women come into my office all the time, my library, and I be on that desk and they look at my hair and they be like, so how do you do that? And all this stuff. They don't reach over because they can't reach over and touch, but they be looking so intently. What is that called? And I be like, girl, that was so fucking funny. But anyway, Gabriel come in there and he got an attitude problem. He was like, how can you defend this person or whatever when they make money off the black backs of exploiting blacks and brown people? And she was like, in order for this clinic and me to save the people like Nate's father, I have to go ahead and get the money from them, okay? And it's literally stealing from the rich to help the poor because I don't want Nate's father's case to end up like this other case and this other case. He was like, I never heard of it. That's why, because it will overturn, okay? And so I need you to go down to the DA office and get this package. She go down to the DA office, and of course Ash is there. He feeling salty because Gabriel's the one that took his seat, took his spot. Um, and so here come Barney. Barney was like, this the package. Annalise needed this like yesterday. Gabriel was like, oh, so you the famous Barney. Why you stop working with Annalise? None of your goddamn business, bitch. You being a little bit too invasive, okay? And at this point, Nate goes over there to his little girlfriend. Oh, what is that on my lip? Okay. Nate goes over there to his little girlfriend. She and her feelings like, what you want? Early day. I already know that you off, okay, for your daddy trial. So why are you doing this? Because he want her to put a rush on getting the DNA off of syringe. This man then went into that boy's car, got that syringe, and got the DNA. And she was like, chill. It's for a case that we was looking at. It ain't nothing dealing with you and us. We good. She was like, this is the last time, Nate. I said, girl, you's a lie. As long as that dick is good, you gonna be doing it all in all in all. Okay, girl? Ash up here thinking that he can get back with Bonnie. Girl, you just lonely, like she said, because he ain't in the group with the other kids, so he don't have a social circle. He not living with them. He pissed off at Annalise because of it. No, but that's your fault. Okay. Bonnie said, just go home, go get you some sleep. This ain't finna happen no more because she already seeing somebody. Then, Frank go over there to Oliver's place and was like, why the fuck you hacking Gabriel? Okay, I need you to stop. So you hacking me? Oh, girl, did you just see that? You hacking me? Girl, it's been a long night. And it was like, yeah, I'm hacking you. It was like, did you know that Annalise hack everybody? Do criminal reports or background checks on people. And Laura was like, yeah, she did one on me because of my father. She chose me because of my father. She chose Ashley because of his father. Kind of still want to understand why he got chose. And Frank won't tell him. So he's in his feelings and was like, well, since you ain't got shit else to say to us, why don't you just go? Okay, whatever, kind of. Then here comes Tegan walking down the Harlex, Gold, Kaplan and Gold. And of course, Michaela is there. And she said, I know a way that we can win this case back with and get Ruth Stevenson back as a client. Because, after that whole thing happened with Annalise and her hair, she was gone bye-bye. And of course, she said, when Tegan said white tears, I said, so this bitch played the victim because she did the wrong, okay? You wouldn't want nobody touching your shit, your personal space. So why would you do it to somebody else and think that it's cool? But all right, anyway. Michaela said when she used to work at Ruthie Burgers, they used to make them clock out when they go on their breaks and then clock back in. And they can use that stuff to blackmail them. And so at this point, Tegan was like, so basically, you telling me that they doing illegal stuff? You gotta have proof. Do you got co-workers that can talk and time cards and all this other stuff? If you don't have that, you don't have a case, so you can't do this whole thing. Your plan falls apart. And she was like, I can get it for you. She said, go ahead then, do what you gotta do, and we'll see what it is. And she was like, well, I may need a few days or whatever. She was like, bitch, we ain't got a few days. I said, girl, you gonna fuck around and Michaela is just irritating to me now. I'm so mad at the way Michaela has turned out to be. I used to like her. Fuck. Okay. What else wound up happening? So, oh my goodness. Excuse me. I literally just had a mind fart. So please forgive me. Yeah, Annalise and Nate Senior, they sitting down there and they're trying to go over the trial. Now, one of the kids had found that during the day that the whole fight happened where he wound up killing the person, Gerald or something like that, he had heart palpitations. And he was complaining to the guards about it, and they didn't give him help. And so they said that can be a reason for insanity too, because saying that before having a manic break that was leading up to it, the heart palpitations and all that stuff. And so they sent down there with Nate coming up with stuff to make it seem as if he was crazy back then, saying after he killed the man he wanted some chocolate cake, and he had his hands blood on his hands, and saying that he never used drugs, and the reason why his heart was beating so hard or whatever, he was having them heart palpitations because he had just got out the shoe, so anybody would be happy to get out of that. And Nate Sr. was not here for the chocolate cake thing. He was like, this gonna get me thrown back up in jail. Ain't no jury gonna buy that. It was like, you need to say this for the case so that they won't have to put you back in jail. We're trying to prove that day that you were criminally insane. You may understand what it is now, but the main question is, did you know what you were doing at that moment? And we're trying to prove that you did not. I said, this motherfucker is finna blow this shit for y'all. So, they brought Ruth Stevenson back up in there, and she said she had her secretary look up why you shouldn't touch an African American's hair. She said, bitch, I didn't know it was so much faux pas about the thing. I said, girl, that's because you just tone deaf and you just racist or whatever. And we saw all of that. Michaela came up in there thinking that she had some stuff on no girl, and basically Tegan shut her down and was like, you got this boycott shit that's going on. Here go, oh girl, it's gonna die down. Girl, it's been going on for a year, okay? And since your whole thing is about family, your daddy, your granddaddy, now you, that's the problem. People don't want to see you in the home, the roles of what you're in now. So basically, the thing that you should suggest, first of all, she got upset. They said, so you brought her back here, you brought me back here so she can insult me again? Okay? I said, girl, calm the fuck down and listen to what she's trying to say. So, oh, excuse me. At this point, Tegan was like, what you should do is step down as CEO, okay? And hire somebody else, put them in a thing, and, say change is, happens at the top, and I'm showing you that change can happen. And then you shall hire me. Let me be the face of your legal team, okay? An African American, And Emmett was like, yeah, take the deal, because that's what you need. It'll bring money in. As soon as you step down, the stock's going to go up in everything, So, of course, money talks. Michaela gets in her feelings because she spent all that time trying to find that shit. And Tegan was like, bitch, you don't get nowhere when you try to blackmail somebody to be your client. I got the client the right way. She was like, why did you have me do all this? So I can see if your ass can do the grunt work and step down off your pedestal. So did I pass? Bitch, I hated you for at a 10 the other day. Now you're at an 8. I said, so Tegan, stop it. Don't let this bitch back in, because she probably going to get up in your house sniffing your drawers and stuff. She's doing so much. It's just irritating me. Kind of irritated me because, he proving everything that Annalise said right. You're insecure as fuck. Okay, they still looking at Gabriel's stuff, hacking into his stuff, looking at his admission essay and all that stuff. And he was talking about how, he not here for the system because his mother was being overprescribed pills and all that stuff, and wrongdoing being done to people that were lower, and how the justice system ain't for everybody and all this stuff. And basically they had found out earlier that he had was a criminal assault against him, a felony assault against him. And he was sitting at the table and they was talking about Laurel's mother, and he was like, I connect with you on that because me and my mama got mental problems too or whatever. And so he basically got in trouble for beating up the doctor that was overprescribing him medicine. Kind of goes in and look at his admission essay and try to see why did they accepted him, and kind of find out his application said that he got a call, Annalise called in the favor to the president, and he's upset talking about something. She lied. And at this point, Nate Daddy going into the hearing for the psych evaluation thing, and of course he passed. He do say the chocolate cake stuff or whatever. She comes there, she announces it, tell everybody, everybody's cool, everybody's happy. The trial is happening on Monday. I need y'all to do diligent work. Connor, you're gonna be my second chair. This motherfucker takes this time to go into Annalise's office and confront her. Why do you always lie? Why is this? She was like, bitch, I am trying to blow up the world. I'm up in this bitch like Martin Luther damn King up in this motherfucker, okay? I don't have time to be pussyfooting around you. You so insecure. You was the one that was at my doorstep last year fucking talking about something you was about to kill yourself. Bitch, I didn't want blood on my hands, so that's why I chose your ass. What the fuck did you think was gonna happen? How else did you think you was gonna get back up in the school that you flunked that up? Okay? I said, bitch, you better go the fuck off. Annalise was not playing with Connie, and I said, Connie, you just proving everything that she said right. You're insecure as fuck. Just take it and move on. Now you're not gonna be on the case no more. Gabriel came in. Gabriel got moved up to second chair. I said, boy, you just be fucking up your blessings. So, Annalise meet up with Emmett, and they was talking about the case and how he apologized for what old girl did. And Annalise brings up the fact that you always asking for somebody to be with you, um, you know, in a partner in a meeting or something like that, or going out to lunch, whatever. So is this because of the misconduct? Because he did bring up London and talking to them and all this stuff, and he said I can't talk about it. Okay, and she was like, "What is it?" And I know how they spread gossip because there's so much gossip about me. He said, "No, legally I can't talk about it." Move on from that. Nate daddy all happy that he won, he passed the test or whatever. And so Nate tell him that, you're not gonna be able to stay with me. And he said, does this facility have my own bathroom? Do I got my own room? Do I got this? Do I got that? And it was like, yeah. And he said, that's fine with me. And Nate is in the car just crying his ass off, and then he gets a phone call from his girlfriend, who is being a little bitch, but okay, girl, we weren't feeling way, okay? Just when we started saying, okay, this may work, now you want to fuck it up, getting your feelings because you don't know everything that's going on, and he telling you, I'll tell you later, but basically, he got the DNA test back, and you have Annalise sitting there talking to Bonnie. Bonnie just got through signing that paper. She all happy and stuff. She got a little boo that she can go public with, and now she got to go hear Annalise talking about all this stuff about her potential baby and her sister taking a baby, and then the DNA not matching and all this stuff, and she crying. I said, girl, get these kids Oscars. Fuck Emmys and fuck Golden Globes and SAG and shit. Get them Oscars because they love to cry, like real cry, where the tears come and the snot just come. Okay, that snot was just coming. I said, "God damn!" All right, and then at this point, it goes back to the future, a month and a half earlier, and we see that everybody's still looking for where's Oliver. Where's Oliver? At this point in time, Michaela calls Nate. Bonnie has Nate's phone. Bitch, let me find the fuck out that Nate is the one that's dead, or whoever the fuck is dead. Bitch, where's Oliver? Nobody knows where Oliver at. And then we see Annalise go back to her apartment and break down crying, like she drops to the floor crying. Girl, I don't know. Who y'all know? I'm just, woo! How to get away with murder, y'all. I'll see y'all later.